have to play MapGen again, please tell me they can generate a new one.
You know what? I think we'll let them. Oh my god, everyone pinged me. What?
Yeah. I also got pinged, but people still don't know that I have everything that is known to mankind on disabled. So.
Well, that's the problem. Like you can't be distracted by 10 million pings.
Let this be a lesson to have 4 spawns next time.
There. I've decreed it will be 4 spawns.
Thank God.
Oh wait, did we? There's no draw button. I forgot to do the draw option. Oh no. Very sad. We can't have the one guy who bet like 2 points get everything.
Honestly, I think Otto should be happy with his results, considering he was Sarah on that map against Aeon. I still have no idea why he picked Sarah. I also have no idea why no one cares is the one that went perma bomber spam and not Otto, considering,
Yeah.
it's the Sarah one.
Look, not everything needs to make sense.
I see.
All right. We got something that might even be worse.
That is impossible.
I'll let you judge.
This is so much better on so many levels. It's like massive, like Aeon focused. So Aeon is the obvious pick here. But even with that in mind, it's still 10 times better because. Wait, he didn't even host with 4 spawns. He hosted with 2 spawns.
I mean, isn't this
No, because there's only 2 actual spawn player slots. But it's still fine. Okay, this one has enough mixes to at least make it playable onto the Tech 2 stage. I think this map is fine considering with the max count. It has 2.5 times as many maxes as the last one. If not more.
I didn't realize we did mass income here.
Mass income?
Yeah, from having all these mixes. I thought we were just supposed to permanently be poor. Never mind.
The mindset of a ladder player, I guess. Did I see Otto go random?
I didn't check.
He was random like 10 seconds ago, but I didn't see if he. But he was annexed, so I didn't. Well, either he randomed Aeon or he picked Aeon in the end. At least, it's good that he did.
Look, if he randomed Aeon, a lot of respect to him. Alright, this looks actually reasonably passable in the middle. So this isn't as bad as I thought. I thought this would be almost completely impassable.
Yeah, it's fine.
But you can attack through it.
Also, the maxes are close enough to the spawn that raiding isn't absolutely crucial at the start. It's pretty defensible, I would say. There's also some nice wrecks in the corners, actually. Unironically, I mean, of course, Aeon has a massive advantage, but aside from that, it's not that bad of a map.
Other than... Look, if we had faction veto, this would be a much more interesting map.
That's true. But then it would be Sarah versus Sarah instead of Aeon versus Aeon.
And I think that is actually more interesting here.
True.
Because you can't just walk your entire army around the cliff and then walk in.
Can't wait for the Nomads integration to have floating labs.
Any minute now. Any minute. We'll have that.
Floating labs and floating tanks and floating scouts. Or whatever it was.
A lot of floating. Don't you understand? They're nomads.
Also floating tech 2 and floating tech 3.
They just go everywhere. That's like their thing.
Nice. And underwater MMLs, which makes sense as well.
Yes, absolutely. I don't know how anyone could think otherwise.
Look at the lab from Otto that's stuck in the pigeon.
No.
Oh, just do that. It was stuck for like 10 seconds.
Get out of here. Go forth and live your best life. So, I mean, pretty reasonable builds from both these players. Otto getting things a bit faster, but he's going to mass stall.
No one cares send an engineer out to the wreck. So, that's important.
Yeah, I think that matters a lot, actually. Like, it's going to be
Yeah.
a critical boost at a time when he can really use the mass.
I think Otto kind of fucked up. He's gonna overflow to lots of E soon. He passed his engineers expanding the maxes for some reason. But that's something you literally never want to do. That's the worst decision. You'd rather want to pass everything except the engineers making maxes. Because technical maxes are just like the most efficient thing to make in the game.
Why would you ever need anything else?
They're still passed, dude!
Wait, what?
Like,
Wow, yeah.
The order is still passed. That's insanely bad.
There we go. It's back. It's getting together.
He sent his ACU to grab the reclaim, but I think that's kinda... I mean, I guess it's this late, so you might expect some raid there, but it's... You know, it's a bit... The labs are gonna get intercepted by an Aurora, and Auroras are probably the best tank versus labs. At least I find them the hardest to deal with. And all the labs just die due to Auroras, and Auroras, they took almost no damage. Yes, it's dropped. What? Oh, the bomb! What? Wow, there was a bomber from No One Cares, but I didn't see what happened to it.
I think it just bombed this wreck, but because the wreck has 1,000,000 HP, being a T2 naval factory, it didn't do anything.
I think it has a higher reclaim earlier. Yeah. Yeah, it's way more efficient to bomb natural reclaim than it is to bomb unit wrecks generally.
Yeah, because the unit wrecks will take forever to do damage.
I like how the bomber died exactly below the wreck there as well.
It's a fun bonus wreck. But why is Autonoob over here?
Yeah.
This is a question I have. I guess this...
I didn't quite understand that either. Yeah, exactly. It's a very weird decision. Like, even if you're first Auroras and you have an undergraded SU, you can still be annoying and trade your HP to do some free damage.
Like, Noct just sent an engineer to do that same job and puts his ACU to mid. Noct is very... Oh, he's floating plus 23 mass to tick.
The cops are out to get you. Oh my god, what's he doing? He thought he sent an engineer, but it's the ACU instead. What the fuck?
Send the whole ACU. Feel like it's low.
So No One Cares is still overflowing between 10 and 20 mass per second. What is going on? Stop it! Stop it!
Hell if I know. Like... I mean, Noct is just happy to sort of push into the main base here. He's got water to retreat to.
But yeah, I mean, it's minute 6 and Alta doesn't really have anything to show for it.
The ACU's coming
I
back.
know he accidentally sent his SU, but still, this is a map where like text to air rush would also be pretty good. Because, you know, you can deal with raids as well. And first Aeon. Fact is also insane.
I mean,
He's gonna lose his front 4 maxes. Don't think he's gonna lose a lot more, but because his PD will be in time, but it's still a waste. Although No One Cares is still floating infinite mass, he's still overflowing. He still hasn't fixed it.
I mean, if he had just turned that into 1,000 mass worth of tanks at the front, he would have just killed the entire base right there.
No, that's impossible.
Anything's possible.
First of all, those tanks that you make don't just transport themselves or like teleport themselves into Auto's base. Second of all, Auto has more than enough production. It's just he would have had like +2 tech to maxes right now.
Well, instead of wasting all that mass, I'm assuming he built some production with it. And then moved those tanks across the map with the million years that he's been wasting that mass.
They're Auroras, they're not that fast, my man.
This is 7x7. They can move.
Wouldn't have, like, he would have had a few more tanks, but not comparable to Auto, considering the reinforced time.
Wait, is Nock actually in trouble here? This is kind of sketchy.
No, it's not. It's Aeon versus Aeon.
Yeah.
It's super hard to... I think the biggest mistake is he should have stayed like in this little nice ring I'm making, these fucking dots.
Yeah.
Like he should have stayed here so he can just go in and out, like maybe get like a gun upgrade, but also like harass some other mixes, and like you could send like some Auroras to the bottom 2 mixes there, and if Auto sends any tanks over the water, you can just reclaim them as well. Yeah, I'm honestly surprised there's as much Tech 1 spam. I didn't really expect it. I expected some faster Tech 2 rush, either land or air, since it's Aeon. And especially on an Aeon versus Aeon match, it's on a map like this, you can't really raid like that efficiently, because your opponent has the same Auroras to counter it, right? Like you have to make some to protect you early on, but aside from that, I would say rushing some tech.
Alright, but Auto has a T2 mix, and he's getting T2 air quite quickly for a 7x7.
No, like if they actually neither of them fucked up the eco, like I kinda expected instead of this much spam to get air like at minute 6:30 or something. It would have definitely been possible. I mean, depends how much you want to eco aside from it and how much land you want to make, but whatever.
Nock decides that here's the perfect spot.
For the amount of maxes that you start with, plus the fact that you have some reclaims to boost, like he's on 22 maxes. Minute 8.5 tech 2 air is not fast at all.
Yeah, it's not particularly fast, but when you have to build a lot of T1 land spam,
it's not fast with 22 maxes. You're not taking that point from me.
We have like 14% of a T3 max on Nock's side of the map.
Yeah, that's the only Tech 2 max he has as well.
Look, he's got 30% of a Tech 2 max, and then 14% of a T3 max.
It's not even worth to bother finishing it. It's just too far away.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. All right, I'd like to sing a single Aurora go to the top right though. Like, please.
Yeah. Okay, that's a bit of a weird team D placement from Alto. I mean, he protects the pigeon, but he doesn't protect the HQ that he's making all the way at the front. Now Alto is starting 90 mass per second. He needs to recycle some factories. He's also making a second Tech 2 pigeon when he already has like 1200 power income on 55 mass income. So he's overbuilding power way too much. He already has enough power to build a second gun and a shield.
Alright, Nock has finished his double gun, and now he's moving out. Auto is halfway done with his last part of the gun upgrade.
Auto does have a storage, no one cares. I think he just made one.
But no one cares doesn't want to push in immediately. He's going to send a large army up to the top and then not take advantage of this timing.
I mean, he can't really afford to... I mean, it's pushing like this is very dangerous because it can be a big mass donation. Although he does start out with a vet ahead, which is good for long term, I guess. But like if Auto moves Tech 2 Engineer to the choke points, like makes it around here, one Tech 2 PD and no one cares can do anything.
Yeah, I feel like Nock should stop almost all T1 land production at this point. Unless he just shift Gs right now.
I feel like Auto shouldn't overflow 1000 E per second.
It feels excessive.
It feels a bit excessive. At the very least, you enable auto OC when you see you have this much. And the issue is, like, he's trying to shield his SU, but no one guesses OC, so no one guesses also just killing the shields with it. Now he has, well, I'm not sure about the shift G from no one guess, but he has a lot more Auroras.
I mean, he's committing.
He is committing, this is why I was saying, like, you need the PD. There are gunships being made, but Auto just has a terrible airfight just now. He has some Swifties, but he's like...
He's got no support!
He's showing his rear, and no one cares, gladly takes it.
He's just running in. Auto's about to vet, though, and maybe Nock is running out of steam. It's looking pretty dicey.
Yeah, no one cares is only shooting at the SU, while Auto is shooting at the units. Even the Auroras are right-click on Auto's SU. But, like, a single PD to secure this reclaim field is the road. That's what decides. It doesn't decide the game, but it doesn't decide it for Auto. If he can secure the reclaim field, he has probably lost, considering he's down on air, was kind of down on land, is down on HP.
But can't Nock just sort of bully Auto Noob off this position? Like, he's got reclaim factories on the back.
Be able to, but I mean, the thing is, there's two gunships from Auto which he can abuse to get value even without air control. Like if he has a single flag to fall back onto. But he's not really doing that either. Like that's... No one cares is making some factories to back it up, but he's... does he have intel? No one cares. Okay, he does have enough intel.
Yeah, he's got nice radar.
Power overflow, that's the issue. What also has too much of, no one cares doesn't have enough. He doesn't have a tech to PGen, and he's only overflowing like 55 power, so no one cares can't actually spam OCs like Auto can, which for two HUs fighting each other can be pretty important, but it's like plus quite a lot of DPS.
Yeah, and Nock needs to be able to take out these shields as they become relevant.
Also, no one cares just lost a lot of Auroras. Although Auto is microing his SU back and forth against stationary units, wasting quite some DPS.
There's an air fight over Auto's flak, and Auto's just going to crush that.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. Like he has to debate an air fight over his AA, and now he can use the gunships. He still has two gunships idle, and no one cares. Actually has some flak, but he can still try to use those gunships. There's still no tech to PD though. It's so important. Like instead of having this obsidian that he made, obsidian and shield, a single tech to PD, you secure the reclaim field instantly.
Yeah, Nock is getting more of this reclaim field right now than Auto is.
Yes.
Like if Nock can secure a good chunk of it and then just back up, he's in a fine position.
The T3 max is finished!
Oh my gosh. It's not capped, but it's finished. Alright, yeah, just get reclaim, cap it, and leave. Like, what are you even doing here anymore?
If it wasn't for that max, imagine how much of a better position no one cares would have.
It would truly be something.
Okay, Auto needs to be a bit careful, but he did get his third vet, so he has more regen and got quite some HP back as well.
Yeah, Nock's been shooting the AC a lot, so no vet, really.
Yeah, I feel like Auto is now being too careful. He's pushing with his units while retreating with the SU, which is terrible. You never want to do that, ever. Although he did secure more of the reclaim field now. The mass income is completely even, funnily enough. But there's still 5 Tech 2 gunships from Auto that he decided to not use yet. And he can do more than enough damage with them. He can kill the entire bottom left, for example, which is for some reason a place where no one gets building power. And upping Tech 2 maxes, by the way, instead of in his main base.
Alright, Auto just wants to go here, though, and kick, knock off position. Here come the gunships. There's a lot of flak nearby, and they're just going to melt those gunships instantly.
Yeah, I don't think this was... I mean, even he might kill him.
You can get him a draw.
You don't want to draw. I guess there was too many
options.
Okay.
He doesn't get under the water in time.
Yeah, then it was a good move. It was a bit risky, though, although not that much, I guess. I guess considering he gets the reclaim field anyway, it was a good move. I didn't saw that. I only thought there was 1 or 2 obsidians, but there were like 5, I think, which is insanely crucial because especially considering no one cares, didn't have enough E to OC the Obsidians.
Yeah, Nock. If he just had like a T2 P-Gen instead of this T3 Mechs, he would have been in such a better position.
Oh, the T3 Max, dude, that's fucked. That's what cost him the game. Just not